Hi, everybody. My favorite part is Dustin has little shorts on. That's pretty good. I think I think you could do it. He doesn't seem like he's very heavy. He looks like he's like dying in this image. Like just snap in half. You talk about Sybil. Like somebody said she's always posed up like a stand user in these. Avery is covered in seaweed. They're really into plants, so we've got Dr. Kelly over here reading a book. Wayne is the lifeguard, which seems inadvisable, but I guess he's looking out for the cousin. Your birthday's in 2 days, Sammy? That's wild. We didn't see it when we did the Reese route because we went straight to try to confront Tabitha. But if you instead go to the farmhouse with him, you get to find out what he's been eating, and it's very funny. Stella starts drowning and Wayne sprints out into the surf to hold her under the surface. I forgot to say thank you CIA for you 401. I was just laughing at your post about Reese. Avery is at peace. They are becoming one with the sea foam. I like the little ditchlings up here. Okay, I think we can get moving. Let's So we stopped right before the ghost hunt last time. And we spotted Wayne. He's he's in here. Lots of little ditchlings around. It's a hidden item game. So if you're just joining us, we promised we would help Oscar, who is the librarian. He lives here in like an annex that's connected to the library, which is also the town hall, because this is a very small town. And he says he's been having a ghost problem, and we promised we'd come check that out with all our friends. I like the little shot of the church here. Let me pull up like a second screen here so I can see chat. CIA 4U401 says the ditchlings being kind of hidden in so many backgrounds is a nice way to distract you from Wayne also being there. Yeah, I keep noticing him in new places when I play through. He's kind of always around. Just as its exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadows deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time ago, and the throngs of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them as they left. Hey, Oscar, are you back yet? Shh, you can't yell in a library. It's against the rules. It's after hours. Rules only apply before 5 p.m. Now it's our domain. Hey, you're back sooner than I expected. Hope dinner went okay. Yeah, it went okay. Reese wasn't feeling up for a longer hangout, unfortunately. I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay. Just means we have more time to hunt ghosts. I've come fully loaded. Got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared camera, UV light, video cameras, salt, flashlights for everybody in case the ghost messes with the electricity, parabolic microphone, Sharpies, and paper for automatic writing, matches and candles for rituals. Oh, and a Ouija board. Another toys, but you never know what might come in handy. Wow, this is a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something that was so last minute. Do you just have this stuff ready to go in a bug out bag or something? Of course I do. I actually stashed a couple of bags here overnight after I got back from the mines. Excuse me? I wasn't about to carry everything around all day. This way we can go in light and pop out to grab more stuff once things start getting spooky. I may never have found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for lack of trying. And after last night, I'm more than ready to try again. Hey, hope I'm not late. Have I missed any creepy paranormal stuff? Avery, glad you could make it. The more pairs of hands we have, the more equipment we can carry. Sure thing. Always happy to offer a hand or two. Please tell me you aren't taking this as seriously as everybody else. I need someone else to be rational with. Whoa, is that an EMF reader? I've never seen one in person. Look at this stuff. Spirit box, parabolic microphone. Y'all really covered your bases. Oh no. Hey, I'm as rational as they come. I'm just not ready to rule out weird paranormal stuff. When people tell me they saw a ghost, who am I to say they didn't? I mean, y'all apparently saw some really unexplainable stuff on Monday, and that mine only collapsing again after 100 years while y'all were there. I'm just saying, anything seems possible right now. Last night was weird. I don't know what we saw. Same here. It was so dark and cramped in there, I can't be sure anything I heard or saw wasn't just part of a long, drawn-out panic attack. Good thing I got audio of the knocking. Real proof that we had a paranormal encounter. Or proof that the rocks were shifting around us, preceding a cave-in. One of these things is just slightly more likely than the other. Honestly, I'm a lot more spooked by the ditchlings I saw on my way home last night. Oh my god, Meeks, you're actually starting to come around, aren't you? No, I mean, maybe. I get easily spooked, okay? But that's what's so great about this stuff. It's fun to be terrified, you know? Yo, don't rush off ghostbusting without Zane. No way I was gonna forget your promise, Stella. Zane with his shirt that says Zane on it. Zane, glad you could make it. I was confronted with my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I'm desperate for answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. Now let's go mess with some ghosts. I hope my house is big enough for 6 ghost hunters at once. If this is everyone, we can go ahead and get started. It's through the back. Follow me. Looks like the sun is almost set. This is when stuff usually starts to kick off. I haven't been inside for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect. Hey! You didn't think you'd be doing this without me, did you? Rosalina? I thought you were at Alexis's place. Sorry, Mr. Gutierrez. She's really convincing. Oh, hi, Zane. What's up? Yo. You don't have to leave me out of stuff like this anymore, Dad. I'm not some fragile thing that needs protecting. I can handle seeing a ghost, or whatever it is that's keeping us out of our house. I really don't think you want to see what's in there, Rosalina. I don't know if you'd ever be able to feel safe in our house again if you knew it was there. I'll let Oscar handle this. Rosa, it could get dangerous in there. Just hang out in the library and we'll have this taken care of in a few hours. Come on, Dad. If you're letting Zane tag along, Alexis and I have every right to be there too. She's got a good point, Mr. G. Yeah, we can totally handle this. Okay. I'm sorry, Rosa. Just let me know if it gets to be too much and you want to leave, okay? Thanks, Dad. Now let's get our house back. This time we are rolling with Kanika. Look at the ditchling pressed up against the window. We're rolling with Kanika this time, so I have hot and street smart, just to show off some of the stuff we didn't see last time. You all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls and stacks of books sit comfortably on wooden furniture. Okay, it looks pretty normal for now. I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural. None of my equipment is picking up anything around the picture. But I'll set up a camera in case it falls again. Could be important evidence. So I mentioned this, that painting is a replica of a tapestry that is generally referred to as, I think, the Captivity of the Unicorn. And it is about some people have captured something that was wild and free. And yes, it's beautiful, but now it's caged, and that kind of is bad, right? Your Tabitha list this time. Yeah. You might want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghosts manifest. I wonder if the ghost will even show with this many people around. Wait, is it just me, or does it suddenly feel colder? It sure does. I definitely feel that. Same. I've got chills. The temperature gun says it's actually a couple of degrees colder, but that's normal, right? Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house. Whoa, a genuine cold spot. I gotta snap a pic for posterity. Is that it? This isn't very scary. Maybe it's just shy. And it's possible that it doesn't like crowds. It's only ever shown itself while I was alone. Dad, you said it usually comes out at night, right? I guess that means it still has time to show up. I thought you weren't convinced any of this was real, Rosalina. If my dad believes in it this much, I'm going to keep an open mind. God, what if it is just all in my head? I'm not sure if it'd be more of a relief or an embarrassment. I don't know, the cold spot is pretty solid evidence, though I won't be satisfied until we see a full-bodied apparition. Oscar, on a scale of 1 to 10, how scary does this ghost look? And in your opinion, will I never sleep again if I see it? It's a 10. Definitely a 10. That's what I like to hear. Maybe we should all wander off on our own or split up into smaller groups. Maybe raise our chances of seeing it. Absolutely not. I would totally go for the person it would totally go for the person it would scare the most, and apparently that's me. So no thanks. I'm sticking with y'all brave people. Okay. Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. That feeling again, like in the mines, like the door to the clinic. A dusty, suffocating, dizzying feeling. Something is in this house, though whether it's a ghost or something worse, you aren't sure. Whoa. This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Weird. I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either. Then your equipment is wrong. The stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count, and it just keeps coming back. It's a stain, Dad. Can't we just cover it up? I don't mind sleeping in here. Maybe we have to scrub it out first. Could be the paranormal stuff will activate if we give it a reason to. Oh, good idea. I just want to point out, Many Boys. New album, 11/22. There's also Non-Threatening Boys behind Avery. If y'all are offering free carpet cleaning, be my guest. Ghost blood. Definitely ghost blood. Or it's just a rusty pipe leaking all over your floor. I think that'd be a bigger problem than what Mint and Stella are suggesting. I don't know. Ghost blood sounds pretty intense. Have y'all tried ripping up the carpet to see what's causing the stain? The government owns this house. There's no way I'm leaving a big red stain in their carpet. I made sure it was pristine every morning. Besides, I also kind of assumed it was ghost blood. Which it is. What if there's something written under there? Only one way to be sure. Stella excitedly starts tugging at the corner of the carpet. Oh dear. You're doing the government a favor, really. We'll cover for you. You don't have to sweat it. Wolveroo says, a few minutes late, I assume nothing I missed that was too different from the last playthrough. Well, we took Hot and Street Smart, so this time we were able to save Rosalina's leg with Street Smart. So the kids were all fine in the mine. We have pretty much been ignoring Tabby, hanging out with Kanika. Not purposefully antagonizing Tabby, but if she's not going to be nice, there's no reason we have to. And let's see, Kanika said tomorrow we're leaving town. Her and I, and then, or her and us, rather. And then, Gretchen's dead. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch, the floor around it stained in reddish brown. Oh, also, we ate the leftovers, and we threw up in front of the whole town. It's not good. What if there isn't a ghost after all? What if somebody lives down there? Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here. Nope, nope, nope. Whoa, a hidden hatch. This is even better than finding a message. But there's no basement in this house. At least we weren't told about a basement. And look, all the red stuff is coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted, all right. You've got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can just feel it. Still no readings, though. None of the equipment made a sound. Y'all know last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement or crawl space under whatever it is under that hatch. There must be a leak that flooded the whole area under the house. The water dissolved the caulk around the edge and leaked through to the carpet, and it's red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. It's as simple as that. It's not mud. It's blood. Human blood. I tested it. Maybe you tested it wrong? It can't be blood, right? Whatever it is, I need to know what's down there. I need to know what's been under my bed all these years. Yeah, there's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. We're not leaving until we've explored every nook and cranny. Have you considered that they may have tried sealing it up because it's unsafe? Uh-oh. Do you think the flooding could have made the house unstable? I'm all in on ghost hunting, but I don't know if I would crawl into another dangerous crevice. I'm going for it. You come to in Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is, and your friends are nowhere in sight. So, that unicorn painting is gone. As far as I can tell, everything else here is the same. I did like a side-by-side comparison a while back, trying to see if there's anything kind of hidden. The building feels colder, and there's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale with an undercurrent of mold and earth. You feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. Hello? Is anybody here? There was no reply. You pull out the card Pastor Daniel gave you earlier and dial his number. Hey there! That music sure is creepy. It's me and Tulip's VeggieTales night. Mind if I ask who's calling? I'm afraid I don't know an Eddie. Wait, this isn't Mint, is it? You hear a nervous gulp on the other end of the line. What a great prank. You really got me good. Say hi to Miss Tabitha's cousin, Tulip. The call disconnects. So we can make some other calls. We can call Stella. Eddie? You can hear something drop violently on the other end, and then a dial tone. We'll call Kanika. Eddie? It's the same voice you heard when you called Stella, uttering the same phrase. You once again hear something drop violently on the other end, and then a dial tone. Okay, that's enough. We'll just piss the other people off if we call them. Five Dogs says, someone told me that Slay the Princess wrecked them emotionally and asked if this game would pull on their heartstrings as much. Can you comment on that without spoilers? Yeah, I mean, it will. It depends on, like, your flavor of damage. This game is about generational trauma. I find it very affecting, yeah. Whereas Slay the Princess is more about, like, meta-narrative and your role in the story as, like, a prison, if you're a fictional character. Let's look in the library. You have no idea how long you've been out, but by the lighting in the living room, it's much later than your last memories of being awake. Everyone else must have gone home and left you here. You turn around, leaving Oscar's house to return to the library. That's funny. You don't remember there being a second door at the end of this corridor. You turn back around. It's the same door you just saw, only now it's in front of you. Again. And there it is again. Clearly you just forgot how to turn 180 degrees. Nothing else would make any sense. How many times are you going to do this? There's only one door. There's only ever been one door. As you turn for the 5th time, you feel a sudden shove behind you as you lurch toward the door. It flings itself open just before you hit it, and you find yourself on the other side. I've never seen that before. I've always just gone through the door. Something isn't right. It feels like a late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet, and the scent of flowers drifts on the breeze. Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadows rises to attention. Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Stella? Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edwardine now. I'm not a child anymore. All right, Edwardine, can you show me the way out? I wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone, and you absolutely shouldn't have shown up here of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what Father might do. So obviously she's just kind of reading a script. We don't have any way to reach her. But the street smart dialogue is funny. Oh my, I wouldn't want to cross Father. I shall be away at once. I can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to Normandy, and now I'm the only Scarlet left besides Father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. Stella, I'm so sorry. You should just get out of town while you still can. Whatever you came back for, it's not worth it. I'll get you out of here, Stella, I promise. She's gone, along with the shadow in the corner of the room. You're alone in this strange garden. So let's take a look. These are thistles. These are dandelions. I think mostly the theme here is weeds, like things have gone wild or been untended or whatever. If you have a book smart, you'll get clues about what the story is, and like one of the clues is the animal in the shot tells you like what part of the story you're in, because it's told out of order. So we have an adult goat, which means it's toward the end, or an adult ram. I think that's a ram. You turn. As you do so, a single door standing solitary in the middle of the garden appears before you. You're just going to turn around every time you see a door, aren't you? It's as if the door follows you if you turn. There's no going back. This door shouldn't lead anywhere. It's just a door, and the only thing behind it is more of the garden. You decide to walk past it. Wherever Stella went, it isn't through here. When you step forward, though, it's as if the room lurches away from you, or perhaps it's just you yourself standing still. CIA for You says, is there any idea what's up with the place having so many ditchlings? Well, the ditchlings show up anytime you're at one of the stones. They're kind of all over the place. It is dandelions. I just said dandelion because it's a funny way to pronounce it. Bells ring as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. The shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined. Junior, pack your things, quickly, hurry.
Maybe we should run him out on a rail too, make an example of the whole family.
Jesus Christ, how many more times am I going to get jump scared? Please, he's only a child. We'll leave peacefully. Just give us a little more time.
They were only children too. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior here all the time in the world to gather his little toys and fancy clothes? My boy didn't have that kind of luxury.
Why aren't you possessing me? Why everyone else? I don't even live here. Don't listen to him, Charlie. Just keep packing. And if we look, we see Charles Sr. getting run out on a rail. They literally just like tie you to a length of railroad track and haul you out.
Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry, boy, or you and your little dolls here might get burned up. As for you, lady, what makes you think you're going to be keeping any of those valuables you're packing in that fine suitcase of yours?
Maybe the Spectre's trying to tell you something about the collapse. Maybe what happened here 100 years ago wasn't as clear-cut as people would have you think. Are you trying to tell me something about the collapse? Was Charles Shaw not responsible for what happened?
Trust me, boy, the coppers ain't coming here tonight. And what makes you think you can talk to an adult like that? Maybe they should have had you working in the mines, too, instead of lazing around in this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders.
Don't talk to my son like that.
Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out, unless you want to go up in flames with all your precious jewels and expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave.
Then we can see our best guesses at what Charlie might have been saying. Am I supposed to be you? It's okay, Charlie. You can make new ones, even better than these.
It's good form. Shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. Now you're gonna have to earn your keep like the rest of us, boy. No more big inheritance for you.
Alexis and Rosalina are whisked away, leaving you behind in an empty room. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens into a beckoning white void. Before you have the chance to think, another door creaks open on what you thought was the ceiling.
There you are. This is quite the maze, isn't it? And absolutely crawling with these miserable little parasites. Bottom feeders.
How did you get down here?
I followed you in. I'm never very far behind.
As he approaches, a smell hits you, sweating, suffocated flesh with a tinge of the saccharine and stomach-churning scent of decay.
Shall we find the end of this little maze?
There's no need for you to run away from Wayne. You step past him and walk into the void. You're outside and it's night, a false moon looming massive in the painted sky. Wayne is gone. The night feels thick and warm and the insects lively, their calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of a pond. And if you have Booksmart, you can see the plants here are morning glory, hemlock. I forget what these ones are, but it's a lot of poison plants. These are castor beans. You'll learn about later on. Here's the unicorn from the painting. So the reason the ghost took it down was to make this kind of painting, like to use it in the show, basically. Fun stuff. Unless your eyes are playing tricks on you, the shadow in the corner keeps getting closer. You poor dear. I've been keeping track of you, scuttling around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Edwardine, haven't you? Kanika, I'll get you out of here, I promise. There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret's safe with me. You know I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family, and what it did to the two of you young'uns. Childhood sweethearts. Just think how lovely it would be if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it? So Edwardine and Charlie. I'm sure by now you've realized that the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you, but it's not for lack of desire, as you well know. It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you were ever happy again. Just think of what happened to your poor mother and father. Do you want that to be the two of you? Your parents were driven out of the town after the collapse. That's what happened in the last room, isn't it? The powers at work here are stronger than even your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding her here. Then you can go free. No more misfortune. Not for you, not for anyone else bold enough to set foot outside the holler. Kanika mimes handing you something, though her hand is empty. Everything you need to know is on that map. Something about this woman doesn't sit right. She must have some sort of ulterior motive. Huh. Breaking up bonds, requiring a map. Sounds like a quest. That's where you'll find them. You need her there. And be careful. Good luck to the both of you. I hope you get your happiness. And then she's gone.
It's still trying to get rid of me. It'll have to try harder.
So, you and Tabitha, huh? That was a thing?
This body knew her well.
Are you Sam Wayne, or are you something else?
The body that stands before you is Sam Wayne.
What's doing this?
A resonant, a ghost, whatever it is you call it. The leftovers of a human existence, festering and forgotten, feeding on the energy of more powerful beings to do this. Pathetic.
What the hell is going on in this town?
I'm sure you'll be able to piece it together soon enough. I'd rather you find out on your own first. That's the only way you can really know who to trust. And then I can finally tell you more. There is so much to discuss when that time comes.
What are you?
I'm a friend.
Do you know the way out?
I will soon, but in the meantime, you have nothing to fear. I am watching over you.
I'm not worried about myself. I'm worried about my friends.
The people you only met 2 days ago? I'm sure if something happens to them, you'll recover soon enough. It's not as if your bonds are strong enough to leave a mark when broken.
You continue forward through the uncanny underbrush. Empire Crumbles asks, what was up with the witch quest? Obviously, it sets up how he knows where the dais is, but it mentions two things. Yeah, I'll get to that in a sec. I'll go through the entire little play here, and then when we get to the end, I'll kind of go over what was presented. Once again, you find yourself separated and alone. A long wooden corridor stands before you, littered with bottles and rails. A figure rises to attention, blocking your way.
I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, I'd say it now.
As Zane is swept away, the room pulls itself up to you, and you find yourself looming over a deathbed. Oscar lies in its center, looking pitifully small.
I'm sorry, boy. Sorry I let my troubles drive your mama away. And sorry those troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now.
Oscar, I'm so sorry.
Damn it, Junior, how many times do I have to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening, but that damn snake Enoch went behind my back.
So you're saying Enoch was the one responsible for the collapse?
You're right. I've been using that excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept that he's dug his own grave. They may have run me out, but they didn't put the bottle in my hand. Still, they destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Not until our name is cleared. Not until you can pass on this name with pride. This is my only request, Charlie. Go back there, tell people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you'll have to do, but please. I know I ain't been the best father, but I'm no murderer.
I'm guessing this request didn't really pan out. If the Scarlets were exposed for the collapse, Tabitha and I probably wouldn't be around.
Damn it, boy, I may not have till the morning. Promise me. Promise you'll go back and at the very least show that Enoch bastard what for.
You watch as Oscar's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him.
Such theatrics. What a waste of time. Why force you to see any of this? People always think their own experiences are so important, but what does any of it matter?
So are you still seeing Tabitha, or are you single? So you're still stuck here too.
We keep being separated, but I have a feeling it'll be over soon. Then the exit won't be hard to find.
Do you know what it's trying to tell me?
Yes, and it's trivial. Don't worry yourself with it.
Are my friends dead?
They're alive. I'm not sure if they'll stay that way.
Let's move on.
Let's.
You move back to the bed to quietly leave through the hole Oscar left behind and crawl through. We're doing a Kanika run. I'm not gonna two-time. You guys are nuts. So I like this little tableau. We've got the kind of the castle walls here. These are also from like the art around the house. There's the unicorn again. He's made a little knight out of one of the figurines and the goat head. You find yourself pressed uncomfortably against the trellis. A small castle sits off to one side of the wall, and the bars of a prison loom over all of it and all of you.
Climbing up the trellis again. How very Romeo and Juliet of you. No need to run off, I won't tell the old man. Though you've gotten sloppy. You should try to be more careful if you don't want him putting you in an early grave.
We'll get you out somehow, Avery, I promise.
No, not one of her brothers. I'm a prisoner. Another victim of the Scarlet's lies. Like you, Charles Shaw.
Is this what's in the Forbidden Wing?
A mere generation makes no difference. His blood runs in your veins, does it not? And now it runs in hers. Yes, it seems your little trysts bore fruit. And oh, will you ever be in trouble when the old man finds out?
So Charlie and Eddie got together at some point after he came back.
You know you don't have to keep dangling there. Come inside and you'll be able to hear me through the door just fine.
The world around you swirls and you find yourself pulled to the other side of the wall. A door bound by countless locks and chains pulsates before you. What is this place? Is there really something like this in the estate? Does Tabitha know about it?
That's not what I invited you in for. I couldn't escape even with your help. I merely wanted to offer a warning. Leave town now.
I wish I could.
You can't take her with you. It's not possible. You can always stay and die, but if I were you, I would use my healthy legs and run as far away from Scarlet Hollow as possible. I hear the beaches are nice. Why don't you take a permanent vacation there?
I'd kill to go to the beach right now.
Ah, you've been talking to the witch then. How very interesting.
Charlie, get away from the door. Don't listen to it. And we know that what Charlie, from our other run, we know that what Charlie actually said here was, Eddie, are you pregnant? I promise we'll figure out how to free you soon, Stella. There can't be much more to these memories. How does it know that?
Interesting interpretation.
All right, spill it. Tell me everything you know about whatever just happened.
A conversation was had. Information was shared. The wording is a little off, but memory tends to do that. I get the feeling we're nearly at the end of this little maze. Stay close.
Wayne disappears into the dark corridor. You follow close behind. For the first time, you and Wayne enter a new room unseparated, the two of you finding yourselves huddled under a large table. Stella stares at you through the indecipherable murmurs and Stella stares through you as indecipherable murmurs and shuffling feet echo from the end of the table.
They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them.
Oh, this one's extra creepy. Is she doing a baby voice?
Just let the scene play out. There's no use trying to communicate, whether with the resident or your little friends.
I'll try to keep it away from my brother so he doesn't smash it. Though I wish I could make it move like you can. And you can even do the voices. You know, you could probably make real money if you put on a show for people.
I want to console my friend in case she can hear me.
Please don't engage with it while I try to find another door.
A traveling show? And you want me there too? Oh, we could go to towns along the beach. I've heard the Outer Banks are the most beautiful place in the world.
I wish I could go back in time to whenever this was and tell them everything I know.
As if it would do any good.
Thank you, Charlie. I've always wanted to see the ocean.
Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you or Wayne can get in another word. A single spotlight remains, illuminating a trapdoor in the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. So, going over that, this is the second time now that we've been through the ghost hunt. The first time we actually knew all the lines because we had Mystic. If you have Booksmart, you get another angle on it. You get to kind of interpret the imagery and stuff. If you have Tabitha there, especially if you have Booksmart, you can kind of engage with her and talk about it. Wayne obviously revealed that he was there for the for that scene with Avery. So what happened was Charles Shaw Sr. Was another wealthy man in the Hollow, and he was responsible for trying to bring in lumber to use in the mines. And when it got in, it was like rotten. And he argued with Enoch that they couldn't use the timber for mine supports because it wouldn't hold. And Enoch went behind his back and used it anyway as a cost-cutting kind of measure. Seemingly, it might have been that he did it on purpose to cause the disaster. It's a little unclear. I think it was. I think he didn't mean for it to actually happen though. The mine collapsed. And that paralyzed Teddy and killed 145 people, I think, and was going to basically ruin the Scarlets. But Enoch had another method. He summoned an entity, some kind of demon or something, which he could use to ensure that the town would be profitable. And he got the witch's help to do that. However, something went wrong with the deal between Enoch and the witch. Basically, the witch wanted to devour the entity or even just get rid of it because it was like too dangerous. And Enoch wanted to just keep it imprisoned. And so the witch couldn't really move against him. So she just kind of was like, I'll wait, however many centuries it takes. And then Charlie, Charles Shaw's son, came back because he had been childhood friends with Edwardine. And he was like, he came back because he made a promise to his dad to expose the Scarlets and ruin them like the Shaws were ruined and clear the Shaws' good name. But when he got back, he got distracted by Edwardine. And so instead of pursuing the revenge plot, he was like, let me just get Edwardine out of here and they had an affair. Edwardine got pregnant, but she still wouldn't leave with him. And so he was approached by the witch, who said, "I'm going to give you this map and these tools, and you can take Edwardine. Edwardine has to be there with you, and you can go to each of these places marked on this map. And we know that those places are where the stones are." So Charlie had this idea that he could break the curse because seemingly as part of the whole deal with the demon, Enoch turned Scarlet Hollow into like a trap. Like you can't really leave. That's something that we haven't seen a whole lot of hard information about because we haven't done the Oscar route yet. But so Charlie came in and he's like, "Hey, I've got the thing, we can break the curse, and then once we break the curse, we can get out of here." And that didn't work out so well. I think what happened is Enoch found out about the whole thing and told Edwardine, like, "I'll kill your baby unless you get rid of Charlie." A single spotlight remains, illuminating a trapdoor in the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. It opens. Somebody says, Tabitha says the collapse harmed the Scarlet family too, so at least from her perspective, Enoch didn't mean it. There's no reality where Enoch's not the bad guy. Like he might not have wanted to kill all those people, but like he knowingly cut costs to maximize profits. He summoned the goddamn demon. I don't think the entity, Astronomaly says, I don't think that wasn't actually Enoch's plan. The entity did it out of spite. Well, what happened was Enoch gave, so the deal that Enoch made with the entity was, "I'll give you a body. And in exchange, you'll give us prosperity." And he gave him Teddy because Teddy was paralyzed and couldn't really fight back. And the entity was not very happy about being given a paralyzed body. And something about what followed after that is what caused the curse that sealed the town and turned it into a prison. It was not supposed to be like that. And neither the witch nor the entity wanted to be that way. You feel a shove from behind and tumble through the hatch. It took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. That means there's hope, Eddie. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. We can be happy to get... Grub is here. Can you hear Grub? Hi, Grub. Hi, Grub. Why are you meowing? What do you want? Eddie? This is too violent for Grub. Wayne is gone once again. There's nothing but you and the howling void. Do you repent? Do you repent for your crimes? I'm sorry you died.
You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood. Until you do, I cannot die. I want to die, please. I've been alone in the dark for so long. All I ask is for some of your years, to pay for the years that were taken from me. My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. Forfeit your years and I will finally leave.
And what happens if I refuse?
Then I will stay. I will stay until I get what I'm owed. The sentence has been handed down.
Make your choice.
A smell hits you, that now familiar, wet, unwell odor.
What an annoying pest you are, but you couldn't keep me out for long. It seems we've exhausted its power. Holding all of these bodies hostage must have been quite taxing. Come along, Mint. It's desperate, but it has no power over you. There's no need to bow to the will of such a frayed and broken consciousness. Leave it to fester.
What about my friends? What happens to them if I just leave?
They've already left. They are not a factor in this.
But I can't just leave the ghost here.
You can.
Charlie won't be able to rest unless I do this.
Stop, don't do this!
Wayne is cut off as you've brought face to face with the resident. Silence. For the first time in what feels like hours, the earth around you feels solid, real, but also soft. You feel it pressing in on all sides, cold and growing tighter by the second as the soil settles. Your arms tear at the earth until they break through into the air. As you gasp for breath, you take a look into the pit behind you. Charlie's mummified remains stare up at you, sad and broken at the bottom of the pit. You're only able to maintain your gaze for a moment before exhaustion overwhelms you. There is no music. The scene doesn't have music. Oh, interesting. Okay, I fixed it. It looks like audio output was mute. That's all right. With the last of your strength, you hoist yourself from the pit and collapse on the floor. You feel like death.
What a foolish thing to give up so much of yourself for something so meaningless. Have you no sense of self-preservation?
There is genuine anger in his voice. It's the first time he's shown any emotion, and it chills you. You reach for something to say in response, but you're still delirious from what happened, and you struggle to form coherent thoughts.
Look what it's done to you.
There you are. Oh, you poor Sybil pauses mid-sentence as she notices Wayne from the corner of her eyes. Come with me, dear. Let's get you home.
Make sure nothing else happens to them, or there'll be hell to pay.
He practically hisses the words. You quietly walk toward the stairs. Sybil lends you her arm as she gently guides you out of the library. You're outside. It's real this time.
I'm gonna peace out. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality. I've got a lot to ponder. See you, Rosalina. See you, see you, Alexis.
Zane walks off down the road. The cool breeze chills you deeper than it should, and you realize just how drained you feel. Your legs are heavier, harder to lift as you make your way down the steps of the library, your lungs wheezing as if you've run a marathon. You can almost feel how pale your face has become, your lips dry and thin, your hands almost trembling with the effort of raising them to your face as you trace the new lines and furrows that have formed there. Kanika came to get me right away. I'm so sorry I wasn't there for you earlier in the night. I had no idea what you all were planning to do. How are we supposed to know it would be like that? Things have been strange around town, sweetie. Now's not the time to be poking around in the supernatural. I thought you learned that lesson yesterday. But magic isn't real. I mean, it's not supposed to be. God, that hurt. Everything is so... Kanika stops mid-sentence as she realizes what's happened to you. Oh my God, Mint. You poor thing.
My bones weren't meant to bend like that. I'm gonna be hurting for a few days at least.
Mint, did you... Yeah, it's gone. I sacrificed years of my life to get rid of your ghost and to close our age gap. Just taking responsibility for something that should have been dealt with decades ago. Is our house safe? There's nothing there now. Mint took care of it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I had no idea. It had never been like that before. So that really happened then. That ghost really did take away years of your life. I'm afraid so. Everything in this world has a price, and those years were unfortunately what it took to put that spirit to rest. You know, Mint, the salt and pepper look is good on you. Maybe this isn't all bad.
Kanika.
Sorry, just trying to be positive. Stella's way better at that. Is she okay? I was wondering the same thing. We just saw a ghost and she's off standing by herself. It'd be a normal reaction from anyone else who'd just seen a ghost, but this is Stella we're talking about. Hey Stella, are you okay? What? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'll see you guys later. She hurries off down the road. I guess she hit her limit. Should we go after her? I think she just needs some time to herself. Stella's never been the kind to share her burdens, and I doubt that'll change just because somebody goes out chasing after her. If anything, it'd just make her clam up even more. She's a strong girl. She'll be okay. And nobody here should be rushing after anyone right now. That goes doubly for you, Kanika. We don't want that cold of yours to get any worse. You'd better not get any ideas either, Mint. You need time to recover. Were you all conscious that entire time? Everyone glances at each other, though none of them gave any of their years away. You can see how exhausted they are, how unsettled. Yeah, it was awful. Kind of fun, too, but mostly awful. I'm pretty sure we remember everything, at least until that guy showed up and snapped us out of it. Wayne, he's been following Mint around. What did he say to you? We don't need to trouble Mint for the details. No one pay any mind to that man. Sybil doesn't tell you to give up your years here. She specifically wants Tabitha to do it. Probably so she can have the upper hand on Tabitha later. He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, steer clear and he won't make trouble. I can't believe I let Rosalina go in there. How could I have been so careless? After everything she went through in the last day, how could I have let this happen? There was another carving in there. They keep giving me visions. I wonder if those things are tied to everything supernatural that's been happening. Yeah, I wonder. One is a coincidence, but two of them on back-to-back nights? I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. You've been finding carvings around town and they've been giving you visions? This is news to me, too. I'm sure everyone here could stand around theorizing about this and that all night long. There'll be plenty of time for that tomorrow. Now, what was it like being puppeted? They all glance away. It hurt. Why did I make the kids stay behind? I can't believe I let that happen to them. Dad, this might be the overwhelming pain and exhaustion talking, but shut up. I love you. None of this is your fault, okay? I had no idea what I was going to say until the words were already spilling out. It was like I had no control over myself. I remember each and everything I said. It's like it's burned into my memory. You poor souls. I can't begin to imagine what you've all been through. You couldn't have known what was going to happen, Oscar. None of us could have known. Don't blame yourself. I'd seen it before. I should have known it could get worse. I shouldn't have let Rosalina come with us. Dad, what did I tell you? Stop blaming yourself. You couldn't have stopped me. If you tried, we were just going to sneak in after you. Yeah, Rosalina was going to make us go in there no matter what. You didn't put a ghost in our house. This is not on you. I know you've both had a difficult time of this, but the storm has passed. Things will start getting better from here. I spent a lot of time with Wayne in there. Yeah, I noticed. We could smell him as soon as we snapped out of it. What happened? Did he hurt you? Yeah, hot gives you another chance that he crushed a ditchling under his boot. It was actually kind of hot. He seemed to know something about whoever Avery was playing. Really? That's super weird and super interesting. Why would he know anything about things that happened here over 80 years ago? Wasn't he a drifter? There was someone else in there? But that's my house. Rosalina and I live there. What did he say to you? Like I said, let's not trouble Mint about him. Just stay away, all of you. Do any of you know who you were supposed to be? No idea. The words just came out. There was no context, nothing. But there was a weird feeling, like an overwhelming guilt. I was so angry. I was mostly just scared. I didn't feel any of those things. I don't know how to describe it. I felt powerful. I was just cold. We should probably get going. It's starting to get chilly out, and there's still work to do to get Rosalina set up for the night. Don't be a stranger, and let us know if you need anything, Oscar. I will. Thank you, all of you, again. I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But, Kanika dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get some rest. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow, Mint? Yeah, I haven't forgotten what we talked about this morning. Cool. Neither have I. Kanika wearily treks back to the general store. I'll be back in a moment to walk you home, dear. I just need to put the tea on and give your cousin a quick call. Sybil leaves you and catches up to her daughter. My whole body hurts. Mom, what was that? And I want a better answer than a ghost. You'll be all right. Let me get you some of that special tea. It's been working well, don't you think? I think ibuprofen would be better. But I gotta admit, the tea's been nice. I'll put the kettle on as soon as we get home. I guess it's just the two of us now. So you have no idea who you were? I could roughly place most of the others. None whatsoever, but I remember everything I said, and I remember that cold feeling. Prisoner of the Scarlets. I wonder what your family was up to. I guess we can add it to the ever-growing pile of mysteries. What do you remember? As far as I know, all of it. I might start forgetting soon, but for now it's all fresh. The twisting wasn't the most pleasant, but even though I feel like I got tossed in a blender, it honestly made me feel so alive. So you don't regret coming along tonight? I can't believe you're the one being apologetic right now. These bruises are temporary, you know? Look, that was a horrible experience that will stick with me for the rest of my days, but it was also kind of amazing for that. I don't know if that makes sense, but how many other people can say they were possessed by a ghost? I guess you finally got some shared trauma with everyone now. Avery chuckles, then grabs at their ribs, wincing. Yeah, I guess I do, huh? I know tonight was horrific, but it was also thrilling, and knowing we all went through it together makes it easier. There are people to commiserate with tomorrow morning when the soreness really starts to set in. Which reminds me, I'd better get back home. I'm supposed to have a shift tomorrow morning. I might have to call in sick, but here's hoping a good night's sleep is enough to heal up. And I hope you feel better soon. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Avery heads off, leaving the square in front of the library empty. So, people keep asking, how many years did Charlie take? Did he only take 10? So, initially, they said that he took about 10 years, and players were like, oh, that's nothing. Like, 20 to 30 is not that bad. But, so they went back and they revised it, so it's like 10 or 20 years and not good years, which is what we'll hear when we go to the doctor tomorrow. But it's not just that we aged. He also stole our strength and our like vitality in every sense of the word. So like we are physically weak, we're in pain, it's a curse. It's not just natural aging, but aging is the way that it sort of manifests to the rational mind. Like your cousin wasn't exactly thrilled to hear about what happened tonight, but I think I blunted her anger as much as I could. Shall we? You can't help but focus on how awful your body feels. Maybe the walk will do you good. Maybe you'll start getting used to these changes and they won't feel as bad in the morning as they do now. Let's stop here for a bit. I have to imagine you need a moment to rest. Sybil, what happened to me? Well, you look like you've aged at least a decade. Everything in this world has a price. The price of the deal you made tonight is just a bit more noticeable than what people are used to dealing with. For the record, I think you made the right decision. I wish your cousin had been there to take this burden upon herself, but she wasn't. Besides, I think we know what kind of person she is. She probably would have found a very compelling reason not to make that choice. Wayne didn't want me to make a deal with that ghost. He was so angry when I did it. Some people will never understand the kind of sacrifice you made tonight. They would never do anything of the sort themselves. Seeing someone else be so selfless is an affront to everything they are. Your head starts swimming as exhaustion starts to overpower you. You're in no state to have this sort of conversation. You poor dear. Let's just focus on walking for a little bit, and then we can talk some more. You and Sybil silently walk deeper into the woods. You're getting closer to the estate. This should be a good enough resting spot. There was a stone carving of a goat's head and a pack of wolves in that basement. There was something similar in the mines last night, too. A circle of arms and chains. Both of them gave me visions. Was there now? That's quite an interesting development. Perhaps we can discuss these visions over tea. My grandmother had a special blend that supposedly helped with dreams and visions. I'll be sure to have some ready by tomorrow. Maybe it'll help us piece things together. You just believe me? Of course I did. These are strange times, Mint. Neither of us have the luxury to waste energy on doubt. Sybil, what is Wayne? It's like I said. He's just a man. Who does she think you are? There's no way in hell that Wayne is just a man. Yeah, I got it, but is he single? No. No, absolutely not. He's not just a fucking man. Why the hell did you think I'd buy that after tonight? The smile briefly fades from her face. Language, Mint. We don't use words like that around here. And to respond to your accusation, it's not exactly polite to share people's medical history. I may not have taken a Hippocratic oath, but I still respect the privacy of others. Your vision blurs as you try to form words. Are you all right? We don't have much further to go. Let's get back on the trail. You and Sybil trek through the remainder of the woods and find yourselves on the outskirts of the estate. I'm looking forward to continuing our chat tomorrow once you've had some time to rest. Good luck handling Tabitha. I tried to soften her up over the phone, but there's only so much softening you can do with someone that prickly, bless her heart. Get a good night's rest, Mint. You've earned it. I actually like, so if you take the sacrifice and you go home with Tabitha, like if Tabitha's there, she like, you like fall asleep in the car because you're just so wiped out, and she could actually carry you inside. It's very silly. You open the door to the estate as quietly as you can to find your cousin anxiously pacing in the foyer. She's been waiting for you. I see you finally decided to drag your sorry ass back here. And you look like hell warmed over. What did you do to yourself? I've told you so many times to stay out of trouble, to keep me posted about where you are, to come home in a timely manner. What's the point of saying it all again? Clearly you don't care how your actions affect me. Clearly you don't care how your actions affect yourself. What happened out there? I lost years of my life to an angry ghost our family wronged. As the words leave your mouth, your body shivers with age and exhaustion. The stress of talking to your cousin about tonight's events is on the cusp of overwhelming. Whatever you have to say, it's best to say it quick. You... what? I thought Sybil said something along those lines on the phone, but I thought she was joking. Please tell me the two of you were pulling a prank on me. Did Stella put you up to it? Yeah, it's a prank. This is just old age makeup. We got you real good, Tabby. It was the only way to satisfy him. It was the only way to make him leave. That can't have been true. I don't know who lied to you about what, but you should never have given away something so important. I've actually not seen this response, this set of responses. This is like a conversational landmine. This seems like maybe the right thing to say. It's for other people, something you wouldn't understand. Edwardine Scarlet killed Charles Shaw Jr. I had to pay for it. You don't understand. That ghost was torturing people. It was torturing Stella. Tell me about things before you do them. Is there anything else I need to know? Just asking that question is giving me a migraine. I want to see some of these other responses. I haven't been doing this too much, but I want to, I want to just pull... You sound just like Wayne right now. No wonder you two dated. He didn't want me to do this either. He was there tonight too? Great. Scarlet killed Charles Shaw Jr. I had to pay for it. Edwardine? Whoever made an accusation like that can't be telling the truth. You've been lied to. Interesting. Yeah, I guess I was right that I said the right thing. No, that's not where we are. We are mint. There we are. So because we're old, in situations like this, we will often not be able to say all of the things. Yeah, Wayne followed me into Oscar's house. Great. He's definitely into me. He's stalking me. I'm glad you say it that way. He's a creep, and if he tries to talk to you again, you should walk away. And I keep finding these weird stone carvings and having visions around them. There was one in the mines last night, and another in Oscar's house. Visions? Have you been having seizures? God, please stop running off on your own to places I can't find you. If you have health problems, you really need to be careful. I think I should go to a doctor. All the passing out and visions and hallucinations. This could be a medical emergency. You know where Dr. Kelly lives, and if you don't, just ask Stella. Maybe an appointment would be a good idea. Maybe she can figure out what happened to make you look like that. All gray and tired. Maybe you're vitamin deficient, just need to eat some celery. I don't know. I guess I could have stocked up on vegetables for you. Oh well, I'm sure she can sort it out. As if I became vitamin deficient in like 2 days. They've been telling me a lot about our family. I think we've done some terrible stuff, Tabitha. We haven't done anything, even if our family's done terrible things, and that's a big if. They were done in different times by different people. Stop guilting yourself over it. The only thing you should be guilting yourself over is how you've been treating me. Alright. That's pretty much it. Great, then I'm going to bed. Your cousin walks off, leaving you alone. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly, you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half a week has passed since you first arrived in town, and a little over half a week remains until the bus comes to take you home. We went to the beach that makes you old. Has everybody seen The Beach That Makes You Old? I think I can... Jamie, pull up The Beach That Makes You Old. What is the best way to, wonder if I can route it through here. Sources. Oh, okay. I know what I'll do. Oh, that's too good. Maybe that does work. Okay, okay.
Old.
The beach that makes you old?
Yeah, man, the beach that makes you old.
Excuse me?
I gotta tell you about this beach. It made me old.
You have to know that's not possible.
Look at me, man. I'm old as hell. And it's because I went to the beach that makes you old.
There are a million reasons why you might look the way you look. I'm not going to entertain the idea that a beach could make you old.
Wait, actually, I think it's the rocks on the beach, not the beach itself. Something to do with the cliffs?
What are you talking about?
Had to swim through coral to get out.
Stop.
But I'm still old.
Enough. Let's say hypothetically that a beach could actually make you old.
The rocks.
The rocks. Let's say the rocks could make you old. How much of you is getting old? Does your metabolism speed up? Do you need to pee more frequently?
Man,
Do
listen.
your fingernails grow faster?
Man.
Your hair?
I don't know, man. I just got old.
I'm finding it hard to believe. It doesn't hold together logically.
I don't know what to tell
Really
you.
love the
I wasn't
SH
old and now I'm old.
Tremendous help
I think
for
it was
my
because I
late
went
night
to the
shift,
beach that makes you
XG.
old.
This is all pretty ridiculous.
You want to see for yourself?
Sure. Why not?
You can go to the beach if you want. But you'll get old.
I doubt it.
Look at how fucking old I am.
I'm not going to get old.
You will get old.
I won't.
You will.
The beach will not make me old.
Okay, man. But don't say I didn't warn you about getting old. Jamie, pull up the directions to the beach that makes you old.
I'm not going to get old on the beach.
Good luck, man. Hey.
Hey. I got old.
I'm glad that was able to, glad we were able to pull that one together. So Breaded Toast said, really love the Silent Hill streams, tremendous help, or Scarlet Hollow streams, tremendous help for my late night shifts. I guess they might have also meant the Silent Hill streams. They're both SH, but these are a lot more, these are a lot less torture for me. So I'm guessing you mean these ones. So thank you so much for the dono. The spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. has been put to rest at the expense of unknown years of your life. The specter of the night's events will linger over you for every day you have left, a grim reminder of the price you willingly paid for the crimes of a family you never met. Maybe it'll be easier in the morning. Maybe your joints will ache just a little less than they do now. Maybe you can still right the capsized ship of your now broken life. Or maybe things will only get worse from here. Note, the decision you made in episode 3 bears heavy physical consequences, and a visual reminder of those consequences will follow you for the rest of the game. You can reduce the intensity of this visual reminder or remove it entirely at any point in the preferences. Would you like to see a recap? No, we're good. You open your eyes. It's a new day, and you feel like shit. You were hoping some of your strength would return to you after a good night's sleep, but you feel just as drained as when you dug yourself out of that shallow grave. Your limbs are heavy and your heart struggles to keep up with your movements. You feel like you've lost something that was important to you. This is great. I can't wait to finally be dead. I have no strong opinions on what happened last night. I did what had to be done. Who knows what would have happened had you left that ghost behind to fester? An involuntary shudder runs down your spine. But your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hey, just wanted to check in. Hope you're doing okay. Heart. We got a heart. Also, wanted to ask if you've heard from Stella. So, you can just tell the ghost no and walk off. And if you do that, Kanika's kind of upset, but she is mostly upset at Tabitha. If Tabitha's there. So if Tabitha's there and and you step up to like make the sacrifice, under certain conditions Tabitha will be like, no, I'll do it, and she'll get old. If you and Tabitha are there and you say you're not going to do it and Tabitha also says she's not going to do it, Kanika will be pretty angry because, like, the Scarlets are... You know, the Scarlets are the ones who caused the ghost to be there, and also they're, like, benefiting the most from everything about the town, you know, so, like, this is their mess to clean up, and so her just being like, no, I'll just board it up and move on. The hazy border is also something they added a little bit later because, again, people were just like no-selling the sacrifice. They were just like, no, it's fine. I'll just age 10 years and it's no problem. It's like, sure, but okay, let's put some stuff there so you're aware that it's like a messed up curse aging, and actually you're in really bad shape. You check your messages. There's nothing from Stella. Hey, I'm kind of worried after you ran off last night. Text me as soon as you get the chance. You wait for a few silent minutes. Your message sits undelivered. Everyone had a rough night. She's probably still shaken up. Yeah, but I don't love that she's out there somewhere by herself considering all the shit that's been going down. We should look for her, right? Come to town, we should stick together. Looks like every morning plan's in order. You open the drawers. The two opossums stare up at you. They both have a bread now. That's nice. You wave at them. They continue to stare up at you blankly in response. Maryland64 says, does your vision really get that bad in 10 years? No. Like I just explained that, like... I literally just explained this, right? I literally just said that it's not a curse that ages you 10 years. It's a curse that sucks out all your strength and vitality. And... your physical body appears to age, but that's not actually the meat of what's happening. You make your way to the closet. There's no denying it. The doll moved at some point during your most recent visit. But your long-dead relative's creepy doll isn't the only thing that's different. Someone was in here. Something to mull over for the rest of the day. You might as well take a shower before starting the rest of your day. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The hot water soothes your aching joints. Despite the state of the bathroom, the shower is a good place. As it rinses your body clean, you... We'll think about Kanika some more. You think about Kanika, the resident goth, one of the most level-headed and fashionable people in town. Hopefully the two of you will finally leave this place today. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. It's time to face your cousin. You find her in the kitchen, her shoulders hunched in a tight ball of anxiety. They're striking! This week of all weeks! As if I didn't have enough on my plate already. There's an almost cool confidence in the way your cousin talks about the strike. Have you heard anything from Stella? I can't get a hold of her. No, but that's not exactly newsworthy. She tends to disappear every now and then. She's tough. She'll be able to take care of herself. Do you want me to help smooth things over? I'm pretty good at negotiating. People always help me out with this stuff if I ask nicely. Or do you think that's because you... Wait, do you think that's because you're good at negotiating? Has nobody told you that's because... Never mind. Look, I appreciate the offer, but I'm not sure it's the sort of thing you'd be able to pull off. Even if they didn't already know you're my cousin, you getting involved would be a great way to throw gasoline on a fire. This is my problem to fix. Your only job is to stay safe until the funeral's over. Do you know what they even want? I haven't seen a list of demands. I'm sure it's just the usual. I promise you that if any of them were in my shoes for a month, they'd be singing a different tune. Just give them what they want, Tabitha. It's the right thing to do. I don't know what they want yet, but I can assure you that whatever it is, it's probably completely unreasonable. think talking about last night is probably not going to go well. I should probably get going, right? Yeah, I've dawdled long enough. Stay safe. No more hijinks. But let me know if you get in trouble, okay? Tabitha slips past you, her heavy boots thudding down the hall as she marches away to face her employees. Time to figure out the rest of your day. It's time to head to town. You head to the front door and begin your trek to the town below. The birds sound different today, muffled like your ears are full of cotton. The dull sun shines down on the surrounding wilderness, seeming to wash the color from the world. But you're adjusting. Already your body's starting to accept the change that has come over it, to accept that this is how things will be from here on out. You can't help but feel countless eyes watching you from the tree line, a feeling that reminds you of your time in the woods with Stella. Ditchlings shouldn't be out in the middle of the day, though. They're getting bolder. To your surprise, you find a familiar face making its way up the path toward you. Hey, I was just coming up to see you. Hope you're able to get some sleep after everything that happened last night. They don't say anything about your appearance, but you can see them take you in, the light of day revealing your new features clearly for the first time. They smile. Clearly, they like what they see. You doing okay? That ghost may have stolen my youthful good looks, but it couldn't take my hotness. My bone structure could never be laid low by mere aging. You got that right. What doesn't kill you makes you hotter, right? You don't have to put on a front. Last night was a lot, I get it. I appreciate the concern, but I'm alright. You're talking to an expert at vibing. I know most folks would probably be freaking out or having some kind of existential crisis, but that's not how I deal with heavy stuff. Surprisingly enough, Avery's mostly telling the truth. They're fine. I mean, I'm not 100% chill today, I'll admit it. I feel kind of bruised, both physically and spiritually, if that makes sense. But that's just part of life, right? Nobody makes it to the end completely unscathed. And I'm glad my new emotional baggage comes from a ghost instead of some boring normal trauma. The supernatural angle takes the edge off a little bit. Well, there's ditchlings everywhere now, even though it's daytime. Avery turns to survey the tree line. I noticed a few on my way up. They're kind of funny now that I get a good look at them, with their scrunched up little Shar-Pei faces. So should I be worried about these things? I know they're a bad omen or something, but like, are they dangerous? They're not going to eat me if I take a wrong turn, right? No, but you might get some eggs laid in your skin. Oh, is that all they do? That doesn't sound too bad. I think I could survive a parasitic larva or two. Just glad being eaten alive isn't on the table. Is it terrible to say it'd be kind of neat to grow a weird little guy? We are so on the same wavelength. I guess it might steal all our nutrients and kill us, which would be bad. But if it didn't, that's a one-of-a-kind lifelong friendship with a weird little creature. There's no way I'm passing up an opportunity like that. Have you heard anything from Stella? I haven't heard from her, though we don't text much and I haven't checked with Winnie to see if she came in for an early breakfast or anything. But if you haven't heard from her, that doesn't sound great. Sounds like her... seeing her like that last night was awful. She's usually so unflappable. Kanika and I are meeting up to look for Stella. Want to come? Absolutely. I told Winnie I'd be coming in late today, so I got time. I don't have much time, though. From what I saw this morning, there's already a few miners holed up in there. They must be using it as a home base for the strike. Oh, by the way, there's a strike going on. I'm sure you already know that, though. I have to imagine Tabitha would have told you this morning. Now let's head to town. Yeah, good idea. You and Avery start down the path toward the town. It isn't long until you once again find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Mint, you made it! And you picked up an Avery along the way. I hope you're both doing okay, like, emotionally. Yeah, I'm not too bad. That's good. I feel like I got crushed by a steamroller or something. Joints all out of whack, totally exhausted, and super foggy. Mom has been insisting I caught a cold, and I wasn't buying it, but as of this morning I've come around. It's definitely something beyond exhaustion, even considering the ridiculously stressful week we've all had. But I'm not gonna let that stop me from looking for Stella. You're stylish as always, even the morning after being trapped in a nightmare realm. That's really nice of you. Picking outfits is an important part of my morning ritual. It helps me get out of bed on tough mornings. Like this one. I can't believe I'm talking about fashion while Stella might be in trouble. Thanks, though. You're sweet. Now, do you still think there could be a rational explanation for all this? Kanika sighs heavily. Rational? Sure. Rooted in the reality that until a couple of days ago I thought was devoid of all magic and supernatural shit? No. Ghosts are real. They can suck you into illusory dimensions and puppet your body like a fleshy marionette. Next thing you know, we'll find out there's a secret society of warlocks running the country, or that angels are real. You gotta admit, it's kind of thrilling, isn't it? Anything could be possible. Who knows what the new day holds for all of us? It would be a little more thrilling if it weren't terrifying. All the magical stuff we've found so far just wants to hurt us. We need a magical being that's on our side. Where are the magical girls when you need them? Maybe one of us will discover our magical potential soon. That'd be neat. I hope so. This town's getting to be way too much for normal humans to handle. My money's on Mint. It's only when they showed up that all this stuff really kicked off. That seems like magic material. Or maybe your mom. She's kind of witchy. Nah, she's more like new agey crystals and herbs kind of lady, not straight up magic. If magic is real, I don't see why it would be stored in a bunch of rocks, no matter how colorful. But what do I know? I thought ghosts weren't real until one grabbed me by the bones. Are we still gonna leave today? Whoa, are you two planning on dipping? Stella's missing. We can't just leave before we find her. If something bad happened to her, I knew we could have stopped it. I'd never be able to forgive myself. I'm sure we'll be able to track her down, and she's tough. She'll be okay soon enough. So, tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow. You're right. Finding Stella's top priority. Yeah. It's always something, though, isn't it? Something always comes up, and it's always just as I finally work up the resolve to leave. It's like this town has me in some kind of glue trap. Every step I take toward the edge just pulls me back to where I started. But I don't care about that right now. I care more about Stella than about getting out of town. It can wait. Alright, well, let's not dawdle. I'm worried about Stella, and it doesn't feel right to be doing anything that isn't actively looking for her. Agreed. Let's get to work. Where to first? So, because we're old, we can only do a couple of these. We'll go to Stella's house. Okay, let's go to Stella's house. Good place to start. Maybe she just slept in. That's what I'm hoping. I would have gone already, but I was kind of nervous about doing anything by myself today. Just in case I ran into yet another horror from beyond the veil or whatever. You make your way towards Stella's house. Kanika knocks anxiously on the door. It creaks open. This doesn't look like a break-in. It looks like someone left the door open. Stella, or someone else, was in a hurry when they left. I'm not from around here. Is it normal for people to leave their doors open like that? I've left my patio door open on occasion, usually when I'm home, but I've had squirrels take that as an invitation one too many times to bust in and take a few bites out of my plants, so even I keep my doors closed. It's bad enough they go after everything in the community garden, but to come into my house and help themselves to my precious leafy babies? The squirrels of Scarlet Hollow are my only true enemies. And Stella would definitely know better than leave her door wide open like this, especially considering the ditchling situation. Might as well invite ourselves in, right? Yeah, we should go in. Cool. I'll be brave and go in first. Avery casually steps over the threshold into Stella's house. The living room is almost exactly as you saw it the other day. Whatever happened to Stella, it doesn't look like it happened here. Doesn't look like there was a struggle or anything, unless it happened in another room. Or maybe someone or something caught her off guard. You didn't have to add that last part. I'm gonna forget you said that, and just be thankful that it doesn't look like a crime scene. Stella's kitchen is slightly messy. A couple cabinets are hanging open, and a loaf of bread sits on the corner by a used butter knife. Looks normal to me. I don't know. It's a little messy. If this is a little messy, I don't want to know what you'd call my room. I wasn't judging. There's nothing wrong with a little mess. Or a lot of mess. We're getting off track. Stella's house has always felt a little sterile to me. This feels a little too lived in, if that makes sense. Though maybe that's just because I've only ever been over when she was already expecting me. Maybe this is a rare peek behind the curtain at the real Stella. It's just some bread. And like a peanut butter knife. The real Stella should call her friends and let them know she's okay. You make your way down the hall to what you assume to be Stella's room. She's not here. Though it's a little untidy, this is the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. So, there's this poster. This is, the Fresno Nightcrawlers are I think that's what they're called, Fresno Nightcrawlers. I couldn't figure out what this cryptid was before, but I guess that's what it is. I think this is probably the Bell Witch, because she's mentioned in another thing. There's Mothman. There's Nessie. Jersey Devil. Bigfoot. Not sure what this one is. This is a map of the United States with probably cryptid sightings. She's got a poster up of the Outer Banks, which is the beach everyone keeps talking about. Mothman. Old Lassie dog treats. No, the dog is dead. I think there are more tissues if the dog is dead. She's got these sexy lady pinups. There's stuffed animal. Oh, and there's a stuffed pug. No. It's too sad. Even though it's a little untidy. Oh yeah, I already read that. I'd better not hear a single comment about this room being messy. I wasn't gonna say anything. Sure looks like a room. Any thoughts? I think you about summed it up. This is definitely a room. Yeah, nothing much to comment on. This is what her room's been like for pretty much the entire time I've known her. The only thing that's changed is the computer getting a lot fancier. I could use a few more houseplants. I'll put together some trimmings after we found her. Aw, she still does this corkboard with the string things. She loves putting the strings on there. I don't think they actually mean anything, but they're more for decoration anyway. Oh, I wanted to look at her computer because there's a funny thing if you have Street Smart. You go to check Stella's computer. I'm not sure we should be snooping on her computer. Isn't that an invasion of privacy? We already broke into her house, right? For all we know, there could be some sort of clue on there, like a note detailing exactly where she is. We didn't break into her house. The door was left wide open. Look, I know it's an invasion of privacy, but we've got to do whatever we can to find her. Sure, snoop away, but I'm not going to take part in this. I'll just be over here, standing in a corner of the room, not looking over your shoulder. Let me know if you find anything. Stella's desktop is horrifically cluttered. There are simply too many files and folders to fit in her monitor. They overlap each other in a chaotic multi-layered display. Whoa, how do we find anything on here? You don't. Come on, let's go. Check her search history. She hasn't visited any websites since Tuesday night. If she came home after last night's incident, she didn't touch her browser. Aside from the expected searches for Tommyknockers and ditchlings, it looks like she's been playing a lot of Sarah McLachlan. In the arms of the angels. Okay, I'll take it back. This is way too personal. I'll just join Kanika in the corner while you wrap things up. See, I told you so. That's that. You scan through the folders and file names on Stella's desktop, looking for anything that seems like it might be interesting. One folder catches your eye. Boring tax stuff. You know, fool. You've seen this folder before. You have this folder on your own computer. Boring tax stuff never contains boring tax stuff. For that matter, it never contains anything related to taxes, and its contents are never boring. You open the folder. You're surprised to find it contains a carefully mapped out diagram of the Scarlet Hollow mines, including holes in the fences and areas with low visibility. There's also a handful of old photos of Stella and Tabitha together as teenagers. Tabitha wears an uncharacteristic grin, an authentic, joyful smile, and Stella's eyes are somehow brighter, less tired. I always wonder what sport Tabitha was playing. Like, I know like field hockey is the stereotypical gay girl in high school sport. But maybe that's just Stella's jacket. But then what was Stella playing? Both of them seem to be living in a happier time. Okay, I think we've seen enough. Thank God. Yeah, it's Stella's jacket. She wore her Letterman jacket. I'm gonna cry. Sterling says she strikes me as a rugby player. Someone says wrestling. Danny O'Danny says it has the S. Yeah. Well, I don't think they put the first letter of your first name on the front of your jacket. Unless I'm wrong. Do they do that? God, women's water polo is bananas. Do not... all of the water polo girls at my school had they were always covered in like scratches and bruises because just the fighting during the water polo matches underwater was so severe. There's an official comic of Stella, Kanika, and Reese playing soccer as kids. Oh, that's... yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. Yeah, soccer makes sense. Okay, yeah. You turn to leave Stella's house. Okay, so maybe she came home last night, maybe she didn't, but she's definitely missing. I thought I was overreacting this morning. I hope she'd just be sleeping in. I can't believe she's actually missing. We'll find her. Where to next? Now we should go to the cops, right? Are you sure? Nothing against the officers of Scarlet Hollow, but you've met them, right? Do you think it's worth the trouble? As unhelpful as they are, we are dealing with a missing person. That's cop stuff. It's probably going to be more of a formality than anything, but there's no point in not covering all our bases. The police station is exactly what you expect from a town the size of Scarlet Hollow. It smells strongly of coffee and faintly of aged furniture and paper. And the general tidiness speaks of a department that doesn't get much of anything done. But you're also not alone here. You enter to find Beau and Duke standing between you and the officers behind the desk. Now listen here, Hugby. Billy Betty was set to win a blue ribbon, so don't you go tell me she was just a pumpkin. We worked real hard to get her that big, raised her up from a seed. It's just not fair, officer, sir. I understand that and all, but I just don't see what y'all want us to do about it. I know y'all cared a lot about this pumpkin, but as it stands, it simply isn't a job the police can help you with. Now, if you're able to find some kind of evidence that Julius or somebody else stole this big Betty of yours, then you can get a lawyer involved and take it to a small claims court. Dang it, deputy. Ain't finding evidence what y'all are supposed to be good for. That Julius has been stealing what rightfully belongs to the Callaways for all his life, and you folks ain't done a lick of policing to put an end to it. I told you we was better off handling this ourselves, Daddy. Whoa there. Now that doesn't add up. You're Miss Scarlet's cousin, right? You ain't supposed to be old. That city life ain't treating you right. I have a condition. I think I saw a special about something like that. Like a 12-year-old kid had some weird disease, and damn if she didn't look about 80. You should get the doc to take a look at you. Seems to me it's getting a lot worse. Listen up, boys. Enough talking about my mature but dashing good looks. We've got a missing person on our hands. Stella hasn't been seen since yesterday, and last anyone saw, she was in a state of distress. Oh, so you think you're leading an investigation, do you? Coming in here like you have some kind of authority? Well, then why don't you march on out and dig up some clues if you think you're such a big shot? Being silent, you're intimidated by authority figures. Are you serious? This is your job. Our job is keeping the peace around here, not meddling in other people's private lives. That's right. It ain't our job to babysit anybody. If Stella wants to run off, that's none of our business. Believe me, with the number of times I've run into her near my property, that girl's always wandering off somewhere or other. Best to leave the officers to handle real crimes, like our disappearing pumpkin. Duke's right. She'll turn up. She always does. Yeah, let's just get going. Well, no one could say we didn't try. Let's keep looking. Have a good one, officers. Hero cop saves kitten. Bowling championship with Derrickson. Same to you, kid. Well, that was a total waste of time. It wasn't a total waste of time. We got to find out what's been going on with Julius. He's been missing from the diner for a few days. It's weird. He usually comes in every single day. Maybe he's preoccupied with ditchlings. I just hope he's okay. Okay, I want to save because I'm not sure when exactly the oldness timer is going to kick in. Let's go to the diner. Good idea. Folks tend to congregate there. Maybe we'll run into someone who's seen Stella. Here's hoping Winnie doesn't try to rope me into clocking in early. Seems like you've walked into a private meeting. The back booth is full of miners, and they're having what seems to be an intense discussion, their expressions gravely serious. What's going on? There's a strike up at the mines. They've made the diner their base of operations. When you asked for the morning off, I didn't think you'd be showing up with friends. Sorry, Aunt Winnie. Stella's gone missing, and I've been helping these two track her down. You haven't seen her, have you? Don't you apologize now, and I can't say I have. Should I be worried about her? I hope not. We're not interrupting anything here, are we? Of course not. Any paying customer is welcome, as long as you're not about to step on anybody's toes or cause a fuss. The miners in back were too engaged in conversation to notice you enter, and instead of speaking in hushed voices, argue with each other loudly enough for you to easily overhear. Sure, the shift schedules are tough, and sure, we don't get enough time off for me to see my family as often as I'd like, but this is the best job I can get right now.
Listen, kid, you're only a year or so into this gig. Trust me, the longer it goes on, the more it sucks the life out of you. At first, you're just unhappy, but you think you can weather it until you find something better. A paycheck's a paycheck, I got it. But the next thing you know, you've lost years of your life to a company that doesn't give a solitary shit about you and that uses up every free second it can suck out of its workers and pays us just enough to survive, but not so much that we never have enough to get the hell out. Zax, we could get fired for this. I really need the paycheck. My sister needs the paycheck. I'm the only reason she can afford her tuition right now. I can't get fired. And this job still has its perks, like the company housing. I can't afford my own place and send the money back home. I don't know where I'd live if I didn't have this job. Right, the company housing. How generous of the big boss to put you up in a company-owned shack that ain't had proper maintenance done in decades. You know she uses that housing as an excuse to pay us less. And the company housing that means almost nobody in this whole damn town owns the place they live. That's why the Scarlets can keep getting away with whatever they want. Zax, we don't have the numbers, man. You know this is risky. Riskier than most of us can afford. We would have the numbers if y'all would stand with me and not let management's scare tactics get to you. Hell, there was a collapse less than 2 days ago, and the boss expects us not to riot at the thought of being forced back down there to work while the threat of death looms over our heads? The threats only work if we let them. It doesn't matter whose name is on the deed for the place. Without us, there is no mine. We got him against the ropes. We can't back down now or they'll come out swinging. Hey, have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. The miners turn toward the doorway, all eyes glaring at you in unison. The YouTuber? We ain't seen her.
Harrison's voice drops to a barely audible mumble. I hope she's okay. Everyone should join the strike. Unite with your fellow workers. Screw my cousin. Hey, this is a private conversation. But you're right. Even if you are the boss's cousin, I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. The strike is only going to work if all of us stand together. What do you say, you two? I'll have to call my family to see what they say. My sister's tuition is riding on this job. Baker? I'll have to think on it. We can egg things on a little bit, I think. Look, Pukey, I appreciate you pushing folks in the right direction, but I'll be damned if we talk business in front of you. Please stop calling me Pukey. I may be the boss's cousin, but I support the strike. Whoa, even the boss's family's on our side? Maybe this really could work. The whole town should be on our side. There was a collapse less than 2 days ago, and she expects us not to riot at the thought of being forced back down here? Damn straight. Here, here. Still, if you support the strike, the best thing you can do right now is not meddle with it. Trust can only go so far, Pukey. No, Mint is cool. I wouldn't hang out with them if they weren't. Can't help who you're related to, right? No, I suppose you can't. But that doesn't mean we have to trust everyone who stumbles into town. No offense, but your friendship don't mean much, Diner Kid. You're friends with everybody, even that Julius freak. Diner Kid? I know you know Avery's name, and if I ever hear you call them that again... Sorry, Miss Winnie. Won't happen again. Don't apologize to me. Sorry, Avery. I didn't mean to be so dismissive. Y'all are right, though. I am pretty friendly with most people in town. If my friendliness and ability to get along with everybody means I can't vouch for you, I guess that's that. Sorry, Mint. I'll vouch for them. You can't say that doesn't mean anything. Y'all know I hate Tabitha. I would stick out my neck for any relative of hers who wasn't 100% on our side. Alright. Noted. Can't say I'm comfortable having our little discussion in front of you, but maybe I won't keep thinking of you as Tabitha's little stoogie. I guess we should get going. You turn and leave the diner, Avery and Kanika trailing close behind you. Still no sign of Stella. Before you can suggest your next move, you start to feel woozy. Spots form at the edge of your vision. Your legs suddenly feel unstable, your body sending you clear signals of exhaustion. And then it passes. Still, it probably won't be long before your body needs a chance to rest. You should plan your next move wisely. We're going to the mine. I guess there's a decent chance Stella went to find your cousin since they're... friends. You don't see it? Oh, come on, the two of them have such a dynamic, you know? Classic dog and cat situation. Come on, I'll drive us. Yeah, we can barely see Avery. There's a small gathering of workers outside the entrance to the mines, picket signs in hand. I hope it's not weird to talk to them while they're in the middle of all this. Don't worry, I know these guys. Most of them are in the diner at least a couple days a week. They'll be chill. Will they be chill talking to Tabitha's cousin, though? Well, if it isn't the boss's cousin. Zach seems to think you're alright, though. Have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. The YouTuber? She's the one on all the banned from property posters, right? We haven't seen her. We've been out here all day, so we know if she came by. Oh no, this isn't looking good. It's okay, just because she hasn't been seen today doesn't mean that something bad happened to her. We'll make sure to keep an eye out. How goes the strike? We thought we'd have more support. If the collapse the other night wasn't a tipping point, then what is it actually going to take for people to wake up and fight for what they're owed? I know there's not a lot of us out here, but there's more of us at the diner, and there's more of us setting up mutual aid. Once people see our follow-through, they're going to join up. This is only the beginning. Let me know if there's anything the general store can do to help. Anything you can think of, we'll take it. We need all the support we can get right now. What are your grievances? We'd like competitive pay, 8-hour shifts instead of 12 or more, improvements to the sick day and vacation policies, and a thorough safety inspection before any of us step foot underground again. That collapse was way too close to the active mine for me to feel safe down there until I know for sure I won't be buried under 2 tons of rock. We want to change things. There's no reason we should be treated like we're a disposable workforce. If we're the ones making our money, we should be making money too, not just scraping by. That's a lot of grievances. Working here seems tough. Yeah. You think Tabitha can even make those changes without the mines going under? I'm sure she could figure it out. I'm not saying she's a bad boss. People clearly aren't she's not a bad boss. People clearly aren't happy with her. But coal's getting used less and less, and I've seen that old Scarlet house. It's practically condemned. She has money to spare. Where's it going? Grub is back. I didn't peg you as someone to go to bat for Tabitha. I'm not. I'm just trying to get the full picture here. And if the mine fails, I don't see how Aunt Winnie's diner doesn't fail with it. Okay, but that's the whole problem. A single family shouldn't be able to hold an entire town hostage. The workers need a say in the business. Fair enough. Yeah, that's it. Look, I need to talk to my cousin. I'd be happy to pass along your demands. Sure, if you think you can get her to come to the table, it could make a real difference. Just make sure you leave the actual demands to us. Okay, if I'm helping y'all out here, do you mind if I go talk to my cousin? Sure, go for it. I don't care if they're okay with you going in. I'm still not crossing a picket line. Besides, I don't think Tabitha would be too happy to see me. I'll just wait by the van while you go talk to her. Same. Everyone who works here is a regular at the diner. I don't want to make things weird. See you on the other side. The industrial noises of the Scarlet mine are only a little quieter than they were 2 days ago. The trailer that serves as Tabitha's office looms above you on the hill. You walk up to Tabitha's trailer and knock on the door. You wait for a moment. No response. You knock again. Oh, for the love of... The door swings open. Oh, it's you. Should I go? Yeah, and try not to get yourself noticed. Try not to get yourself noticed. Sounds like Tabitha's found a rat. Rodriguez pauses before he leaves. Whoa, 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 what happened to you? It's a Halloween costume. Huh, really? Could have fooled me. Halloween's not till Monday, and that is some high-quality makeup work. It's a Halloween costume. Don't make me repeat myself. Don't listen to Tabitha. I actually got cursed by a ghost last night. Hey, do you have a minute? It's important. I really don't, but you're already here, aren't you? Make it quick. Should I already said you can leave, Rodriguez. We'll talk more later. The door clicks closed as Rodriguez leaves Tabitha's office. The instant you're alone, Tabitha rounds on you. She grabs you by the collar, her face close to yours, eyes full of rage, her words a frustrated hiss. Listen to me, Mint. Really listen. This isn't some fun little game, okay? This is my life, and if you value yours, you'll keep quiet about what you just saw. I don't care if we're family. I can make the rest of your stay here a living hell if you cross me. Her grip loosens. Sorry to get scary for a second. I'm so close to having everything under control here. I can't risk you messing it up like you've done with everything else this week. The tears well up in your eyes, your lower lip trembling. Oh, jeez, are you crying? Really? Look, I said I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean to fly off the handle. I just feel like you've been pushing my buttons on purpose and I hit my limit. You're always so mean to me. What did I ever do to you? What did you ever do to me? Do you need me to write a list? What did you come up here to talk about anyway? Stella's missing. We've been looking all over town for her and we don't have any leads. Why do things keep happening to me? Please, can I have one day where only one thing happens? Tabitha groans in frustration. I'm sure she'll turn up, but I'll see if I can get a hold of her. I don't think looking for my missing acquaintance gives you, and don't think looking for my missing acquaintance gives you a pass to anything dangerous. You're forbidden from doing risky things, even for what you might think is a good reason. I don't think I'm able to judge what's risky or not. Last night was supposed to be a cakewalk. That's fair, actually. Why don't you try lying in bed all day? You can always leave the search and rescue to her other friends. She's not going to want to talk, so... I'm done here. See you around. Great. I have a lot of work to do, so don't come poking around up here again. I don't have endless hours of free time to entertain you. You leave the office, the door slamming shut behind you. You find Kanika and Avery waiting for you outside. You don't look like you found any new leads. Feels like we've done our due diligence here. Come on, I'll drive us back to town and we can figure out our next move from there. Where to next? As you consider your next move, your vision blurs again, but this time it persists. The weakness in your knees returns. Your ears fill with static and you can feel yourself swaying, unable to control your body. It seems the toll of the pact you made last night is finally catching up with you. Hey, Mint, are you okay? Your body crumples to the ground. Oh shit, the general store is just around the corner. Let's get you inside. The bells of the general store jingle welcomingly as your companions drag you across the threshold. You can faintly make out the unintelligible mumbling of what must be voices, and then you fade out once again. You come to in a chair in the tea room. Sybil sits across from you, a gentle smile of relief washing over her face as you regain consciousness. It's dark here. Grub is like trying to get the keyboard. She's like... She's in my lap, like clawing at the keys of the keyboard. Welcome back. It's just the two of us now, I'm afraid. Avery had to go help out at the diner, and Kanika's getting some much-needed bed rest upstairs. I went ahead and made you some tea, dear. It should help a bit with your condition. Your eyes drift down to the cup of freshly brewed tea in front of you. It smells light and citrusy, with undertones of decaying earth. It's the same tea you sampled with Avery at the diner on Tuesday. Don't expect it to change your gray hairs back, but at the very least it should make it easier for your mind and spirit to adjust to some of the physical changes you've gone through. Hopefully you'll be a little less exhausted, and a little less prone to passing out. And when you're finished, we can use the tea leaves for a reading. On the house, of course. Until then, why don't we just chat? You take the tea, sipping it delicately. The citrus smell is fleeting, quickly replaced with earthiness at its core, like you've taken a mouthful of dirt. But the aftertaste combines the two flavors into something soothing and medicinal, and you find yourself feeling more comfortable, your muscles relaxing for the first time in days. The other day you promised to tell me, what was it, unsavory tales of my mom's youth? I most certainly did, though I might have been exaggerating a bit for dramatic effect. I'm prone to do that. In a town this size, you get to know everybody, no matter what the age difference might be. Vivian was a little younger than me, which meant I always had a certain older sister instinct about her. Her family wasn't good to her. Pearl Ann was a lot like your great-grandmother Edwardine, which is to say that she was not a very kind woman. Similar to Tabitha, but with more social grace and considerably more hatred for her fellow man. But your mother wasn't a shrinking violet either. She was just as stubborn as any other Scarlet, so her family choosing her as their punching bag made her into quite the rebel. What do you know about my grandma? I'm afraid there isn't much I can tell you. I think there were two in that generation. The youngest died when the girls were still children. So we know that's Alexandra. Edwardine never spoke about them, nor did your mother. I feel like I know a lot about the women in my family, but what about the men? Did they even exist? I suppose they just haven't been very noteworthy since Edwardine took over the mines. Her husband died a long time ago, and to be quite honest, I can't even recall his name. Crub, your breath is horrible. You have stinky fish breath. Do you know that? I think you do know that. You have stinky fish breath, Grub. Might have been a steward or something else just as forgettable. From what Vivian said, her father was some teenage fling that ended once your grandmother found out she was pregnant. She's trying to bite me. Grub, please. She's shedding everywhere. This is horrible. Somebody save me from this stupid little animal. Okay, Grub, you can't. I'm fairly certain it was similar for Vivian, though she was much older, and I believe she was the one who ended it, what with skipping town and all. Why were Pearl Ann and my mom raised by Edwardine? What happened to their mother? Their entry into this world was violent, I'm afraid. Their mother was too young to be pregnant, especially with twins. Okay, Grub, no, if you're gonna be like that, you have to get down. Go on. Good girl. She didn't survive the labor. Yeah, please chill out on the spoilers in chat. What happened when my mom found out she was pregnant? She came to me for advice. She was distraught. It was like she'd been handed a death sentence. Maybe it was fear from what had happened to her own mother. Maybe it was something else. But she seemed convinced that she was in danger. Tabitha had already been born by then, of course, but she was born in wedlock, so I assumed your mother's worries had something to do with religion. Though the Scarlets weren't particularly religious as far as I know. But the way Vivian was that night she came to me, it stuck in my mind. It's always had me wondering what it was about your family that made her panic so much at the thought of having a baby. How'd you wind up in Scarlet Hollow? Oh, my family's been in these hills a long time. That's how I know so much of the local flora. Everything I've learned was handed down from generations of hill folk. There hasn't always been a reliable doctor up here, especially not one most folks could afford. They'd have to figure out their own medicine. Close your eyes and take another sip, and then another. It's delightful. The tea's gone before you know it. The small cup empties save for what's left of rehydrated tea leaves coating the bottom. Sybil wasn't lying when she said it would help your condition. You feel aged and worn, but you're a little less tired and a little mentally sharper than you were a few minutes ago. Oh, good. Glad you found the tea palatable enough to drink. That should do you some good. It's one of my more medicinal blends. Now on to business. Sybil takes the cup from you, staring thoughtfully down at the sludge. Oh dear, this doesn't bode well. You've got just about every warning that can fit at the bottom of a cup. Cross, kettle, hourglass. All of these mean death, misery, difficulty, and the hourglass ties it all together with definite urgency. It's fair to assume that this has to do with whatever brought the ditchlings. Something is coming, and whether any of us can stop it, I'm not sure. But we may at least be able to figure out what it is. And there's a central figure here, a cat, an enemy lurking in plain sight. So, all of these are amiss, however, so that cat could be. This is another one where the order of the names matters. Obviously, Tabitha is the most obvious answer. Sybil's all the way at the bottom. How do I know you're not the cat? She's amused by most of these answers. She gets kind of frustrated if you ask her if she's the cat. The cat could be Tabitha. She brought me all the way out here, but she's constantly pushing me away. It's like she doesn't even want me around. Interesting. It could be she has some ulterior motive to inviting you all the way out here. I don't know what it would be, but you'd best be on your guard. Be suspicious of anything she asks you to do. It's clear something bad is coming your way, and let's suppose for a second that you're right, and it's possibly connected with your cousin. Knowing this means we can try to counteract whatever she might have planned for you. From what Tabitha said, it seems she wants you to stay put and stop snooping around. It sounds to me like she's trying to keep you from finding something. Judging by what you told me last night, these stones, carvings, seals, whatever you want to call them, I think it's likely they have something to do with this. It's possible Tabitha doesn't want you finding more of them. Maybe she doesn't want you to see any more visions about what your family has done. So this is exactly the same conversation she had with Charlie. I don't know if it's just about protecting the Scarlet legacy or if there's something even more sinister at play, but finding more of them could be vital to protecting yourself from her. Have you sensed any others around town? Do you think you might be able to find another? Your thoughts drift to that door yesterday, the one that seemed to draw you in, urging you deeper into the clinic. Even just remembering it is enough to tug at you, compelling you to return and open it to see what's on the other side. You can find Stella later. Maybe you can even find her there. What's more important now is finally seeing what's hidden in the clinic. You didn't get all this from the tea leaves. Of course she didn't. She's smart. She knows how to deduce things from the leaves. Of course not. Tea leaves are merely a guide. Sometimes they can help confirm suspicions, or fill in where my intuition falls short. My family's lived in these hills a long time, as has yours. I know the Scarlets have secrets. I know Vivian was scared for you, but your place in all this is something we have to figure out together. And that's where little tricks like tea leaves come in handy. But we shouldn't digress. Do you know where you might find the next stone? Yeah, but bad stuff always happens around them. What happens around those stones might not be anywhere close to what could happen if we let Tabitha do whatever she intends to do. The ditchings are multiplying every day. This is all going to come to a head, and it may just be a question of how prepared you are when it comes. Learning whatever you can could save your life, even if you're faced with more ghosts or ghouls along the way. I think that's all the help I can offer. I hope this conversation has been illuminating, even if it's just brought up more questions than giving clear answers. Thanks, I'll let you know if I find anything. I'm glad to hear it. I hope it all goes well and I wish you luck. Hopefully you won't need it. Thank you again for humoring an old lady and stopping by for a chat. With a small grunt of effort, Sybil gets up from the table and you're escorted back to the door. And remember, be careful who you put your trust in. According to the tea, the cat is getting ready to pounce, and merely being ready for it might not be enough. Sybil closes the door to the tea room. The bells of its door strangely flat in the stale air of the nearly empty general store. Ghosts are real. Just thought you should know. Yeah, no, I have YouTube. I'm old now. Older. Thanks for not bringing it up. Don't beat yourself up on it. Over it. Silver's a good look on you. I've not seen him say that before. I wonder if that's because we have hot. Because I have said that to him before, and he goes, he doesn't look up, and he says, "You look the same as always," which is pretty funny. So Kanika has a cold, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Why? Do you like my sister or something? Yeah. Is she single? Yeah, she hasn't really dated around much. You could do better though. Just saying. You're not going anywhere before checking in on Kanika. You make your way upstairs. I think Miles is cool with us because we have Street Smart and we took the chips. You knock on Kanika's door. Mom, I really don't need any more tea. I think I'm just going to lie down for a while. I'm not your mom. Oh, Mint, what's up? I was hoping we could spend a little more time together. Yeah, let me just straighten up. You're frantic crumpling and clinking and shuffling as she tidies her room. Okay, come on in. Kanika's room is the sort of place that's stuck between the past and present. Faded stickers from her childhood line her bookshelf, and boxes of packed belongings sit in the corners of the room. I don't usually have people over. Don't judge me too harshly for the state of the place. This room is excellent. There's Sesshomaru front and center. And the box that Sesshomaru came in. There's a parasite over here. This is one of the... This is not the main... This is one of the... how do you say it? The reboots or whatever. There's Tomie. No, not Tomie. There's, Uzumaki right here. And then another, the author of Uzumaki, whose name I forget. Even though I've read a bunch of his stuff. There's just like the like, you can tell there's all sorts of shit under the bed that shouldn't be under there. Chip. Journal. If you have a keen eye, you can notice that she has a stick bug. And if you have keen eye and talks to animals, you can have a very brief conversation with the stick bug. She's got some purses. It's all very well observed too. Like, I know I've seen this purse exactly around. Bugs and bats and little things. You don't have to be nervous about me seeing your room. There's no better way to get a sense of who someone really is. And do you like what you see? It's a little messy. Hey! But I like messy. Nice save, and good, you better. About us. Yes? God, that's so cheesy. You deserve better than what this town can give you. I want to protect you. You don't have to protect me. I can take care of myself. Her tone tells you she's not entirely sure about that. Who am I kidding? I'm sick of being the dependable one all the time. I want nothing more than to be vulnerable with someone. And I could never have imagined that someone might be as gorgeous as you. Oh no, I definitely took it too far just now, didn't I? It's okay, you can leave if you want. I just don't know how to shut my mouth when I get nervous. You hold out your arms and she falls into them. Her body's soft against yours, and you can feel her heart beating quickly in her chest. Her eyes look up at yours, filled with a warm joy that she hasn't held in years. She smells incredible. Her sleek braids exude a perfume of warm coconut, and an aroma of flowery cucumber wafts from her skin. The scents melding to create a sweet tropical bouquet. After a long minute, you pull away, your hands lingering on the soft curve of her waist as the two of you stare into each other's eyes. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. I don't do this like ever. I've never even made it past second base or first base. See, I don't even know what the bases are. I'm messing this up already. And this is why, because I get all flustered and weird and ghost people because I'm scared and that they're going to figure out how unlikable I am. And I'm doing it right now. Wow, really, I can't stop myself. Okay, no, cool. I'm totally cool. We like each other, and that's cool. Screw hanging out in my room for the rest of the day. Wherever you're headed, I want to come with you. If you, so we're playing as a non-binary person right now, but if you're playing as a girl, she's like, she also mentions, like, I've never dated a girl before. I mean, I've kissed a girl before, but I've never dated one. It's very good. Gotta maximize the amount of time we spend together before you go back to Salem, right? Even if we make other plans for later on, I want to be with you right now. But where would we go? I can still feel that door in the clinic pulling at me. I think that's where we need to go next. I was hoping to see Reese sometime today. I want to ask if he knows anything about Stella and, you know, make sure he's okay after what happened at dinner. Let's do it. The two of you make your way back out into the hallway, hand in hand. But before you can make it to the stairs, a light turns on, startling both of you. Look at Miles. Jeez. I thought you were going to get some rest, Kanika. You really should get back to bed, or this cold of yours will only get worse. But I still have a lot of energy. I don't feel like sitting around. I don't think I need to. Of course you do. I know you best, and you just haven't been yourself these past few days. All this running around has been a detriment to your health. Miles and I want to see you healthy. You hold this family together. You shouldn't get between a mother and her daughter. Sybil knows what's best here, and Kanika is more than capable of speaking for herself. She doesn't actually want to go to the clinic with you. Drop it. You remain silent. Kanika sighs. I'm sorry, Mom. I know I've been neglecting the general store, and I let Miles run off the other day. That was so irresponsible of me. That's all right, Kanika. He could have gotten hurt, but he didn't, and it seems like you learned a valuable lesson from the experience. Now let's get you to bed. You just need another day to recover, and then you can get back to all this town mystery business. Mint, you'll be fine without her until tomorrow. My mom's right, Mint. You go on without me. See you later, okay? Before you can utter another word, Kanika returns to her room. Sybil's eyes carefully watch you as you leave and make your way back to Main Street alone. You make your way up the familiar hill, past rows of ragged houses that make up Scarlet Hollow's residential area. It isn't long before you find yourself outside of Dr. Kelly's clinic, its secrets enticing you to find a way in. Where's our boy? Here he is. There's Wayne over here. I think we can end on that note. Day 5 is a little bit short, so we can, on the next stream, just do Day 4 finale and Day 5. It's so foggy, I can't see my own cataracts. Thanks everybody for dropping in. Astronomalies says, I was so mad I couldn't tell Sybil off in this moment. Why couldn't you tell Sybil off in that moment? That's weird. Why did Street Smart just tell us, like, she doesn't actually want to go with you, drop it? That's really weird. Yeah, it is different if you're careful about what you put in your body. That's our first big hint. Like, we've had hints that Sybil is not who she seems, but, or maybe it's exactly who she seems, I guess. But at that point, the, oh yeah, I must have just been wrong. I must just had the wrong idea. No, it's fine. There's also something I keep pointing out is, Kanika, I'm pretty sure her traits are hot and mystical. And in all of the art, as I will drop a save here, and in all of the art, Kanika and Reese are very, like, they're like paired off together in the same way that like Stella and Tabby are. I think Sybil, the reason she didn't want Kanika to go to the house is because she could have solved the problem. And if she had done that, that would have probably foiled all of Sybil's plans forever. Because Reese is pretty dangerous. Mr. Victor Man says, is there a way to get a notification when there's a live stream? So if you subscribe and ring the bell, you'll get a notification when I update or go live. Or I also send out notifications on Patreon and through Blue Sky. Obviously, you're not going to get a push notification on your phone when I post on Blue Sky, or you should not subject yourself to that if there's a way to make that happen, because I make a lot of really stupid posts. Or if you're in, if you're a patron member or a YouTube member, and you're in the Discord, I will also post like Discord announcements. So, and actually, you don't need to pay to follow on the Patreon. You can just join as a free member, and you'll still get the notifications. Do I have a favorite Scarlet Hollow character? So like when I first played, I didn't really like Stella. Because I didn't get, I've said this before too, I didn't really get what they were doing with the character. Now I really like Stella. I really like Tabitha. It's hard not to just say Tabitha's my favorite. I really like Reese. He's really great. I love his the way his romance is written, and the various paths it can go on. Oscar surprised me. He's actually really cool. If you do his romance, it's written really well. I was worried that like he would be like, because he's you know kind of he's a nerd. He's like he's kind of shy a little bit, and I was worried he would just be like this big like pushover. Which, like, if you're into dudes, I guess maybe you want a big pushover, but I don't, you know. But like seeing somebody who can pivot to like putting themselves in like a sort of a protector role if you do that romance is pretty cool. Especially because there's like there's so much stuff like built into it because you have to do the you have to make the sacrifice to do the romance and all that. Yeah, I don't know. I like them all. I like Tabitha. Tabitha's great. You know, I like manly things. Just some manly guys doing manly things.
Listen, I like to do manly things.
Gretchen. Yeah, Gretchen's pretty good. Dustin, of course. I like Wayne a lot. I like Sybil. I like Wayne because he is a monster, but he has all these human mannerisms. And I think he's like inherited the human mannerisms from the people he's possessed. One of the ditchlings has a sun hat. Yeah, I think the other one has little shorts. It's hard to see. Dustin makes me feel good. Great. That's gonna pop into my head every time I see him now. Sybil's exceptional. Have I seen all the ways things can go with her on Chapter 5? Yeah, I'm working toward a very funny way that things can go in Chapter 5. If we don't get it, I have a save that will show it when after we beat this run. It's pretty fascinating. All right. I am going to hop off now. Thanks again, everybody, for popping in. Dustin. I'll send Grub your love. I'll give her extra fish paste for you.